ruined the rotation because I'm supposed to be this way, but my phone doesn't like it. I thought I got it right this time. It's the end of the regular season and I still can't get it right. I gotta go like this, but the phone is yelling at me to go like this. So we're gonna go like this. But anyways, guys, hello, it is Fox 11 Sports Ellie French. I am in Minneapolis for the Packers regular season finale against the Vikings. We made it, guys. I can't believe it. It's crazy. Here we are, week 18. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one though. This is, you never know when the season starts, things are going to shape up, and this is where we find ourselves, though, to end the regular season. Let's kind of just, I guess, as quickly as possible, try to summarize, how the Packers got here. Let's look at, let's keep it a little shorter, though. Let's look at the last couple games. The big thing going into this matchup today for the Packers is they're not going to have their full starters playing. That's been made clear this entire week because of the fact that the Packers are already in the playoffs, so they're not playing to try to get into the postseason today or anything like that. They're not fighting to try and get a higher seed. They're in the postseason. They've been locked into that 7th and final seed in the NFC, so they are not playing for anything today in regards to that. Now, of course, they're playing as always to try and get a win, especially when you look at how the last couple weeks have gone for them. They're on a 3-game losing streak. Of course, they want to win this game today and have some momentum, some confidence heading into the postseason. And not to say that couldn't happen today, but again, not every single starter is going to be playing in this regular season finale for the Packers today, which we'll get into that. As for the Vikings, they will be. They are not in the playoffs, so this is it for the Vikings this season. This is their last game, so they'll have all their starters going in today. And, while it might feel kind of like a preseason game more so for the Packers, just with the people we see out there, it's going to feel like a regular season matchup for the Vikings because we are going to see their starters today. And that does include quarterback J.J. McCarthy, who did miss their game on Christmas Day when they beat the Lions because he suffered a stress fracture in his hand when he played the Giants. So he will not be playing in that game, or he did not play in their last game, but that did happen in their game against the Giants. He hurt his hand, so he did not play their last game, but he is back today. Head coach Kevin O'Connell said that the stress fracture was kind of a smaller, very minor fracture, and that he looked good throwing this week. So J.J. McCarthy is going to be playing for the Vikings in this matchup today. And again, they're going to have their other guys too, except for former Packer Aaron Jones, running back. He's not playing in the game today, so Packers fans won't get the opportunity to see him. I know he was a fan favorite when he was in Green Bay, but he is inactive today, as is their tight end TJ Hawkinson. Wide receiver Miles Price also inactive for them, so those are kind of some of the big ones. Now, let's get into what you guys really want to hear. Who is in and who is out for the Packers today? The biggest one that was going to be interesting was quarterback. What were the Packers going to do as far as who was going to be backing up Clayton Tune, because we knew that Clayton Tune was going to be the starting quarterback today. Matt LaFleur said that this week. I believe it was on Thursday. He said Clayton Tune is starting this game, but then there was still just some uncertainty about who was going to be backing up. The big reason why was because Malik Willis, he's still dealing with a shoulder injury, and then he hurt his hamstring as well in their last game against the Ravens. So he's been dealing with some injuries. Matt LaFleur just said, we have to see how Malik Willis doesn't practice this week, and I think obviously the Packers wanted Malik Willis to be Clayton Tune's backup today, but unfortunately Malik Willis is out for this contest. So what does that mean? Well, that means that Jordan Love will be backing up Clayton Tune today. Jordan Love cleared concussion protocol this week, so he's going to be serving as Clayton Tune's backup. Now, Matt LaFleur did make that clear. That could be a possibility. He said that the intent would be that Love hopefully doesn't have to go out on the field and that Clayton Tune can play the entire game. But of course, injuries happen in the NFL, as the Packers know well, because they have a lot of guys that are hurt, whether it's season-ending injuries or just have gotten injured. So there is that potential that if Clayton Tune does end up getting hurt, that Jordan Love may have to be out there. Or they may just have him, as their backup quarterback, but they could look to another option. They've said before their emergency quarterbacks are wide receiver Jaden Reed and running back Josh Jacobs. Now, running back Josh Jacobs is inactive today, so it can't be Josh Jacobs. Jaden Reed is active today, though, so maybe they just run Wildcat and they have Jaden Reed out there and they just try to get through the game and not have Jordan Love go out there and throw any sort of pass and get in harm's way. So, of course, the hope is that Clayton Tune can be healthy and he can play in the matchup, and the Packers won't have to worry at all about Jordan Love potentially going out there or kind of what happens. So, we'll see. Thank you so much, Chris, for your comment. Really appreciate that. So what else should we get into? Okay, let's go through the rest of the inactive, shall we? again, Malik Willis, he is out today. So Jordan Love is Clayton Tune's backup. A duo of linebackers in Quay Walker and Edgerrin Cooper, they are both inactive today as well. So it's going to be fun to see kind of Isaiah McDuffie will be in there, but Tyron Hopper, it'll be cool to see him kind of get in the mix. And Xavier McKinney, one of their starting safeties, of course, huge playmaker for them, is out as well. Dontavian Wicks, he is out for them, so they're down him as far as wide receiver options today. He's dealing with a concussion. But when it comes to Quay Walker, Edgerrin Cooper, Xavier McKinney, they are not like injury designations. It's just, hey, we're going to have you guys not play because we want to preserve your health and make sure you're good to go for the playoffs. So those three guys, it's not a health thing. It's just a matter of, hey, we want to sit you until it's playoff time. Josh Jacobs, they want him healthy as well. And I did not mention that right tackle Zach Tom, he is also inactive today. This will be the third straight game that Zach Tom has missed as he works his way back from a knee injury that he suffered. I believe it was in the Broncos game. Then he's also had a back thing, but I think the knee is the big thing. So Zach Tom not playing today. So it's going to be interesting to kind of see how that offensive line sort of shakes out and who's going to be in and out for them. But I think, guys, honestly, today I could imagine it's going to be a lot of rotation and just trying to get guys in different positions. I'll be curious to see, and I believe it was reported by, I think it was Jeremy Fowler of ESPN, that the intent is to get new cornerback Trayvon Diggs out there and get some reps on the field. Of course, Trayvon Diggs got to Green Bay. Gosh, was it Thursday was the first time that he was there practicing? I believe it was. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, really only 2 days he had in Green Bay. And then Trayvon Diggs traveled with the team here to Minneapolis yesterday. So he's barely got any time under his belt that he spent with the Packers just trying to get acclimated into their defensive system and everything. And so the intent, though, according to ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, is to have Diggs go out there and play a little bit today. How much that is, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they just want to see, because this is a game where they can afford to put him out there and just kind of see, like, hey, what do you got? How much have you picked up in this short amount of time? But defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley said this week, it's, even though it might seem easy to the outside world of, a guy coming in and playing corner, all right, just, protect your zone and guard your man. He said, no, it's a lot harder than that. Especially he was talking about just the language can be different. Maybe one thing they said in Dallas when it comes to their defense could be different than the way they say it in Green Bay. So it's going to be interesting just to see how much the Trayvon Diggs, their latest acquisition, is out there today. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's important to add in this game. I just think it's going to be interesting, guys. I don't think that there can be any sort of like high expectations for the Packers in this game. Obviously, again, they want to come out with a win. They want to have a win going into the postseason, and they want to break this 3-game losing streak that they're on. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough just depending on the rotation that they have of guys today. And we really have to see how Clayton Tune does out there today. This is just his second career start, and it's his first start since November 5th of 2023. So it's been a while since Clayton Tune has started in a game, and we barely saw anything from him in the Ravens game when he came in while Malik Willis is out. We did see the interception that he threw. But besides that, it's just going to be interesting to see how Clayton Tune does and just kind of how the Packers come out of this game. But the big thing is they want to be healthy going into the postseason as well, which is why not every starter is in today. But we're 9 minutes away from game time. So I think that's going to do it for me. We'll see how this one ends. We'll see if the Packers can get a win here in Minneapolis. I would show you guys the stadium right now, but you can barely see it, so it's really not worth it. But US Bank Stadium, if no one's ever been, it is a really great arena. I'd recommend any Packers fans make the trip here, come see it. It's a fun one. But yeah, like I said, interesting game today. We'll see how it shakes up. Thank you guys, though, for tuning in. And of course, as always, we'll have our post-game coverage on Fox 11 News at 9 and 10. And don't forget, the Fox 11 playoff report begins tonight. Sports director Ryan Wing and former Packers and Packers Hall of Famer Johnny Gray, they're going to be in studio breaking down just all you need to know from this game. And of course, looking ahead to that postseason, we'll see who the Packers end up playing. Is it going to be the Bears? Is it going to be the Eagles? Can't wait to see. But happy week 18, everyone. We made it. Have a good rest of your day.